Everything is interdependent, interdependent. We are connection to the nature. So Buddhism is like, nothing is permanent. Everything is interdependent. So inner sentient beings and outer this universal, the nature are connected, right? The connection together. So then inner beings like actually destroying environment, right? So that is like just same as like you cut your body.
So it's almost like self-harm.
Yeah, harming self, yeah, same thing like that. Degeneration, degeneration, and emotion, desire, anger. That's so strong. So we cannot see our own nature. So that's why the Buddha Shakyamuni, he was born the king's princess, right? So he see all the human beings' desire and harming for each other. So that's why he give up everything. He saying that we don't need to do that, because it can stay very simple, easy, and enjoy, and happy, and have for each other, and like we be with the nature. So he see that, so then he discovered for Buddhism path. So reason is he seeing the like the human beings has so much desire and the anger, desire controlled for human beings. The human beings not recognize their own nature, reality. So that's the Buddha said. We change our individually. We change our own situation, and we can change the whole world. That's effect for environment. That effect for world.
Okay.
The not the only the prayer for God. We have to change our own situation.
So do you think that's the major difference between Buddhism and Western religions, where
Yes.
we're always focused on praying to get better, but we're not really acting it, or
Right.
we're not changing ourselves.
Yes.
It's very much.
We cannot stop this, environment changing, because you look back to the million years ago, right? It's already changed a lot. Yes. So even in the long time ago, that we don't have these factories, cars, like these pollutions. But anyway, this environment is changing, right? Change, right?
Predominantly, the changes come after, like, within the last 100
Yeah,
years.
takes slowly. Takes a long time.
Right.
But now it's changing. It's more fast.
Right.
The reason is because it's like destroying environment, so much pollution, right? And so we take care environment more, and then human beings can stay longer in this earth. The future many generations, they can use and can live like this world, right? But if we don't take care of the environment and destroy the environment, then this world is like not going to stay too long. The how do we have to take care, because everybody have to follow actually cause and effect. If you do better thing, something comes naturally, result is suffering. You do good something, naturally result is happiness. So that's why we have to follow the causes and the effect. So if the Buddhism, like example, labor Buddhist or really practitioner Buddhist. The labor Buddhist is like many countries we say, oh, this is a Buddhism country, this is a Buddhist people, right? But the many people don't know really Dharma, Buddhist. They're called only just labor is Buddhist, right? If you really Buddhism, like practitioners, then it's totally different world. become really effective in the world.
Mm-hmm.
See, Lord Buddha himself, he didn't destroy any environment, even one flower, you know. So he never cut down one branch of tree, right?
Right.
So they stay very, very simple life. So he thinks all the environment is so beautiful.
So, I mean, I was raised here, right? So my perspective of climate change is very Americanized. Um,
It's definitely been a problem for a while now, and there are people out there who are trying to do something about it, but it's definitely not fully gone. It's still there, and it's only increasing at this moment.
More carbon dioxide in the air, and then that essentially is causing the temperature to rise, and it's like a feedback loop that is basically causing the environment
reaction kind of thing.
yeah, that's causing like the whole environment to be unstable.
that like like Hinduism doesn't go against like climate change. Like it honestly, it worships it worships plants, it worships trees, it worships other animals. So I think even in Hinduism, climate change is it's something that they think is happening and they think it's a problem.
My grandparents are into agriculture, so they like worship land and all that stuff because they plant like a lot of different crops and stuff, right? So yeah, like it's definitely very close to us. So like, yeah.
Essentially, we're too busy indulging on like these desires that I was talking about before, that we're not really realizing that what the consequences of these desires are, what our actions are actually doing to the environment or to others, even other human beings as well. We have to be willing to be open to putting yourself into other people's shoes, and Mother Nature is not like an exception to that. You also have to kind of see it in her shoes as well.
So I definitely do believe in the concept of karma. I think it's a huge part of life, especially for me. And talking about this whole, if you do something to Earth, and Earth will do something back. The way I see it is, Earth is like my mother, right? It takes care of me. So if I do something really bad, especially to my mother, she'll be very upset. She might not necessarily want to hurt you back, but she will be very upset. And the consequences of this pain will indirectly hurt me. Any problem that is created, we have to face it ourselves. If we created the problem, we have to face it ourselves, and we have to do something about it.
Really, it's not just my religious community, like just everyone, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it definitely concerns me, but then again, it's not just limited to my the religious community in general. It affects everyone. And then what like I believe is that that it doesn't matter what religion you're part of, because as long as you're trying to improve yourself and you improve others around you.
I think we're all responsible for it. There's not like one person who can just fix it right away or who can do something about it to fix it. It's a community thing. Like we just have to all come together.
So I don't think this is specifically towards like the caste in my religion, because like the way I've been raised is more like it doesn't really have pertain to that as much. Like, I'm not really sure what the specifics are about that, but from what I believe is that that we are definitely like a factor in climate change.
No, I think we still might be, because it's not following the same faith. It's following whatever faith you're in, following it the right way.
As far as Hinduism is concerned, Hinduism worships 5 elements: earth, water, air, heat, and space, cosmic. The 5 elements. Why we worship all these? And why we will maintain all these in a pure form? The things have changed due to this all development, economical development. But initially, we had been taking care of these five elements because, you know, these five elements are the source of this physical origin. If one element is missing, one is retarded. Body will not come into existence properly. That's why we, as a community, as a religion, Hindu religion, we protect all these. We do not destroy it, but the things have changed. Westernization has come, and economic conditions are changing. Everybody is after money, wants to enjoy the material comforts.
Right.
Instead of going for the spiritual or ethical system, they are just want to enjoy. Their desires are floating. Desires and desire, they multiply. One desire there, it finishes, another desire, and there is another desire. It's a continuous process. That you want to enjoy the material happiness, and you have the desires. So naturally you will destroy something to get the happiness, to meet your desires.
Right.
Have to have broad mind that I am the citizen of the world. This whole world belongs to me. It's not my religion. It is not his religion. It is not their religion. No,
It's one human.
I am one. You said it, people should realize we are included among the people. We are not excluded. We are also part of the people. Then why we should not do it? Why we should advise others to do? Let them think themselves, their responsibility. We should take our own responsibility. That we should not do anything which should spoil the whole atmosphere. See, it is the basic thing which is taught by the parents from the very childhood. Then the teacher in the school and the professor in the college. It is their responsibility. For that we have to work together. We have to advise the industrialists, we have to advise the other petty businessmen and other businessmen who are indulging all these activities that don't do it. Store it somewhere, then you just destroy it. You can impose penalty on them to just check them.